Hey there guys, it's Josh. Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Red. In the last episode, I want to say we got to Bill and beat Misty. It's been a while, guys. I'm not even joking. So, I've had these this part and next part recorded, or like edited and recorded without commentary since the last part went up. How long ago that was? A couple months or more. And so I didn't even know I had it. I'm like, alright, well, I gotta sit down and record some because I'm getting lazy. And so it's like, alright, well, so let's go record. And I saw I had my 2 Pokemon files saved. And I'm like, oh, okay, I've already recorded some. Let's edit it a little bit to get back in the swing of things. And they're like 2 30-minute parts. So I'm like, huh, okay, I guess I only recorded for a total of an hour. Let's start editing. So as I'm starting to edit, I'm like, watching it and all that. And I see a blur cut. And I'm like, what the... I guess I edited these. So I thought that was pretty cool. So past me edited 2 future parts, so I don't have to worry about it later. So that's always good. So yeah, so we got 2 parts coming on Saturday and Sunday, which today is Saturday, but I'm recording this on a Tuesday night at 10:53 p.m. because I can only record at night. That's when the family's asleep. Wife doesn't really matter. It's more the child, because if I record when she's awake, I don't know what'll happen. She's unpredictable sometimes. So we just beat this Team Rocket ground. We got TM28, which contains Dig. Dig is a very strong ground type move. In the first turn, so that's the transition I told you about. In the first turn, you dig underground and you become immune to almost everything except bearing a couple of moves. And then on the second turn, you deal a strong physical ground type move. I want to say it has 80 power, which isn't too bad. It's pretty strong. So we got 420, we got I Don't Care, we got King, we got Derp, and we got somebody else I just didn't see the name of. It's been a while. Like I said, I don't really know what's going to go on in this part. I just know it's edited. Thank goodness. So yeah, so what's been going on this past couple of months? Well, the reason me and Peter stopped recording is because my mother-in-law had a coworker who contracted COVID, and so it was like, frick, well, now she got to get tested. And because she had to get tested, I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the game. I'm tired too. Because she had to get tested, I couldn't go to work, and we didn't want any of the family meeting up until we found out what happened. And when she got tested, we found out she was positive. So I'm like, frick. Now we all got to get tested. We came in contact with her semi-recently. So we all got tested. My brother-in-law, my sister-in-law. Well, my sister-in-law and her husband. I call him my brother. Peter. Me, my wife, and my daughter, we had to get tested. And the only one who came out positive was my daughter. Was positive for COVID. She's freaking 2. But she had no symptoms, thank goodness. There was nothing wrong. So it was either a false positive or she just got really freaking lucky. So let's keep it at that. I'm gonna drink some water. And because she contracted COVID, we were quarantined for a while. And after that, that was about beginning of July is when we were able to start contacting family. So about a month ago. And I kind of fell off recording a bit. I'm like, you know what? Because the Dead Space playthrough so far is coming out like utter garbage. I'm going to continue it, but I have a different recording method, which makes it a lot more stable. Pokemon Red's coming out fantastic. I really like how it's coming around. Because as you could tell by the, how it's working, some parts you could tell if you pay close attention to the audio, is that the audio was desynced in some parts, and it really frustrated me because I am using an emulator, and I would fast forward. Lizard, that's what it is. I would fast forward like fights I don't need to fight, like all those trainers up right above me. I would fast forward those fights, but I would still be recording. So what it would do is it would record the fast forward, but obviously it wouldn't record the whole frame, all the frames, which doesn't matter because I'm cutting it out anyway. But because it would do that, it would also kind of desync the audio slightly. So I was like, alright, slightly, I could just move it in the track. But I would do it for every fight, and it would just eventually become hard to deal with. So what I'm trying to do, I remember this, is that I'm skipping every trainer fight, every non-required trainer, So like all those that aren't required to beat the game, I'm skipping them. Then when I'm done doing a recording session, I go back and fight them. Just off screen, like fast forwarding my own way. Or sometimes I'll go through an area until I get to the required trainers, then I'll fight. Like, you know, I could have done that in this part, I do not know. So I gotta figure out whether or not I fought them or not. But here we are, we're in the next city, I think is Vermilion City, home to the 3rd gym and the SS Anne. So, with me and Peter, we're just not recording for a bit. He also had his child born, so he's really busy with that. And because I have all the stuff already to go, it's like, yeah, let's record some Pokemon. We'll get some Dead Space up. Dead Space probably won't go up till Monday. Yeah, I'll try my best to make it so it's a little more stable. Sucks if it wasn't. And I tried recording bonus episodes for both Naruto, which I'm pretty sure I got. I don't know what happened to them. Oh, you know what happened? I think the audio desynced something fierce. And I don't know if I scrapped it or not, which is not a bad idea. It was a painful thing to record. And then Ocarina of Time, I have recorded the bonus episodes and the 3DS stuff. The bonus stuff is on the 3DS version, but it's on the. I was using a camera on a 3DS screen. I don't have a capture card for it, so it's like the quality isn't like the worst in the world. Could be better. It's old school, but yeah, I gotta get that edited up. But right now we're just recording Pokemon Red, and so from that guru on the left side of the Pokemon Center, we got a fishing rod. An old rod catches Magikarp all the time, everywhere. So if you don't want to pay that guy 500 Pokédollars for a Magikarp, or you realize, hey, a Gyarados is pretty freaking cool, but you can't go all the way back to get that Magikarp, you can just fish for one. You also go here to the Pokemon Fan Club. This guy talks about Rapidash for 30 minutes, and then he's like, you know what, I don't mind. Just here's a voucher. Take a bike that cost $1 million. And the guy gives you a bike that costs $1 million. That's freaking crazy. Can you imagine that? You talk to this one guy, like you talk to Bill Gates, right? Let's just say you talk to Bill Gates, who is himself a billionaire, and then he's like, you know what? Here's a written note. You can go get yourself like a store. You just buy a store. You get everything in it. You know, if I took that note to a GameStop, I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever, pay for it, sir. But whatever. So we're gonna flash that SS ticket. And now we're at the SS Anne with some really nice music. Now, almost every room here has a bunch of trainers. And I'm pretty sure I did something with these trainers. I want to say that I fought 1 or 2 on screen and the rest off screen. I don't remember which one. Well, we're going to find out together. I'm pretty sure I fought them all off screen. I think that's what I did. I think I fought them all off screen and I kind of clipped it together so well. But I skipped all the items because I wanted to show you guys what they were. But if you guys are running low on levels, this is a great place for experience. Because everything here is almost a little lower than you, but it's water types. So if you have a grass type or electric type you want to train up, this is perfect. Even some flying types, because some of these trainers have Machop. And Machop's weak to flying. So, there you go. I mean, that's how you do it. And this place is required, but the only place you have to go is, I think, up some stairs and all the way to the right. And there is a rival battle here, so be aware of that. Because that will hinder you if you're not even prepared for it. Remember, your rival always summons the bird first, so be prepared for that. So whenever you're fighting him, you're like, oh, hey, I'm always prepared. Well, he'll always summon his Pidgeotto, Pidgey, or the Pidgeot. You can check these trash cans, and there'll be some items here. I was watching one of my Let's Players that I watch, and he was playing Pokemon Red as well, and I noticed there was a little hidden item in the bottom left. I'm like, oh, cool. So I did the same thing. It's like, hey, why not? Let's see. I think I'm just checking all the rooms for which ones have items, like this one. Yeah, I had to battle all the trainers off screen 100% before I started recording the SS Anne. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. But yeah, so that's the plan right now. I'm going to be Pokemon Red still Saturday and Sunday, and Dead Space Monday through Friday. I'm going to try my best to stick to that schedule, because now that I'm recording by myself, I can stick to an easier schedule. It'll be easier for me to edit. Well, I mean, it wasn't hard to edit anyway with our system, but because I don't need a computer to record my stuff, I have a hop-hog that makes it so I can record directly onto an SD card, and I don't have to log around a freaking computer all the time. But because of my Blue Yeti microphone, I gotta figure that out somehow. But here we go. Here's our rival. Rival battle number 4. Number 3, technically, if you consider that optional. But see, there's a little desynchronization there. Can't really help it some of the times. I named him Garrus, because Peter said that's what his sister named it. So we have Pidgeotto here. Pidgeotto is level 19 with the moves Gust, Sand Attack, and Quick Attack. Remember, Gust in this game is a normal type move. It's not flying. So you don't have to worry about something a grass type at all for this fight, but it will be at disadvantage because it's weak, or it's not strong against it. So there we go. The next one he's going to summon out is Raticate. Raticate is level 16, normal type with the attack with a Tackle, Tail Whip, Quick Attack, and Hyper Fang. I would be aware because if he gets a Tail Whip on you and then throws up a Hyper Fang, that's going to do some damage. Like, look at that. Derp is 4 levels higher than it, and Hyper Fang did a little over quarter damage. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. So he's strong. He really is. Raticates are strong early game. You always want to be careful. And then now we're going to have a Kadabra. Kadabra's level 18. Evolved, Abra evolved into Kadabra. Psychic type. It was Teleport and Confusion. So don't summon out any poison types. But you want to have something with a good physical attack, because its physical defense is really weak. So something with a high physical attack is going to be a really good idea. So I summon I Don't Care because its attack is really strong. It knows Disable. Well, according to my sources, which is here on Cerebi.net, apparently it's not supposed to know Disable, but it knows Disable somehow. So that's a thing. Alright, that's funny. That's funny to think about. That's the only time I ever read something that the source was wrong. I mean, it's something minor, you know, but still. So Disable makes so, for in this game in particular, I believe, it'll disable a random move that you have. Now, War Turtle, level 20, is water type Tackle, Growl, Bubble, and Bubble Beam. If you picked Bulbasaur, it would be Charmeleon, level 20, Fire type Tackle, Growl, Leer, and Ember. And if you picked Squirtle, it would be Ivysaur, level 20, Grass Poison type, Tackle, Growl, Leech Seed, and Vine Whip. Just go with the type advantage. So for War Turtle, I got 420 out because it's a Grass type. Charmeleon, if you have a Water type or Ground type, there's Diglett's Cave right above SS Ann. And if you're having trouble on his Charmeleon, it's always recommended you catch a Diglett or a Dugtrio if you can, and try to grind up a couple levels and then go for the Charmeleon, because Ground is super effective, and you have that Dig TM, you can teach it to it, and it can't get hit the first turn. And then against Ivysaur, same thing, Ground type, it'll be strong against it, but you want to be careful of the Leech Seed, because Leech Seed will it's damage over time. And then any sort of what is it? What was I going to say? Oh, Flying type you have should be good. For the Flying type move, Pidgey should know something, but if not, it's not really too much to choose from. So you talk to the captain, you go rub-a-dub-dub, here goes the tub, and he gives you HM01 Cut. I don't remember if I get an HM Slave for Cut, or I teach one of my Pokemon Cut. Cut is a normal type move with 50 base power, so it's stronger than Scratch and Tackle. So if you are going to teach it to somebody, it wouldn't be a bad idea to teach it to somebody that has Scratch or Tackle and just replace it with that, because you most likely aren't using those moves entirely anyway, so it's not too much of a waste. But just be aware, HMs in this game, you cannot unlearn them naturally. So if you teach a Pokemon HM, that's it. You're stuck with it forever until you find the move deleter, which I'm not 100% if he's in this game. I want to say that he is, but I'm not 100%. I can almost guarantee you there was a Cut right there, but I can't say for sure. Oh, there was, because I did not have this Spearow in my inventory earlier. So this lady wants to trade a Spearow for a Farfetchd. So if you don't have a Pokemon with the move Cut, you can actually trade. Just find Spearows east of this town. There's a little route over there with Spearow, Wild Spearow, and you can get a Farfetchd. And in Fire Red and Leaf Green, it's what was it? Its nickname from the trainer was Dux, D-U-X. And in this game, when you get a Pokemon that's traded to you in any way, from an NPC in the game or from a friend, and it has a nickname, you cannot change the nickname at all. So just be aware of that. If you ever plan on nicknaming something and send it to a person, they can't change it. Only you can. And so I got the Farfetchd because I believe it can learn HM01 Cut, but I don't think it can do it in this game. Oh no, it can. Okay. I remember. I don't know, but yeah. So Dux can learn Cut. So because I don't want to teach 420 or Lizard Cut, because like I said, I'm not 100% sure if the move delirious in this game. I don't want to stick Cut on them forever. So now I'm able to get to the third gym, which is the Electric Gym, but I don't go for it just yet. I do want to do some training because a couple of my Pokemon are low level, as you can see, like 420 is level 26, because a lot of those trainers in the SSN were water type, and so it was really strong in that area. I want to throw up a Repel, because like I said, when I record, I don't want to fast forward, so this right here is monotonous, and I still get into a random battle anyway. And I show it because my first random encounter was a Doug Trio. These things are monsters. Level 29, higher than anything I've ever seen or owned. And this, it's strong. Now you may think, oh, well, how did Dig not affect Dirt? Well, in case you don't know, Gyarados is a water flying type. So it's immune to ground types, but it's very weak against Electric. So the third gym, Electric Gym, I'm not using Derp at all, because that'd be suicide. But I wasn't going to use Doug Trio on my team, so I decided to just make it faint, and it gives you a good chunk of experience. And right before the stairs, I find another Pokemon, which is another Doug Trio. Oh, jeez. I remember that. I wonder if I should do this live. Nah, because it'd be too monotonous. Cutting out all these battles. Ugh. I don't know, I find post-commentary a little easier, but I feel like live commentary would be a little more engaging. It's hard to say, but I feel like post-commentary I can concentrate more on the commentary more than the game itself, because the game technically is playing itself. But once you get through Diglett's Cave, there's another HM you want by catching 10, I believe it's 10 different kinds of Pokemon, and I own 12 different kinds. And you want to talk to this guy? No, you don't. Because that's what I thought I had to do. So that's why I talked to him twice. Like, are you freaking sure? He's like, is this not the guy? But you want to use Cut on this and go a little more south. So you need Cut to get to this this guy, this Professor Oak's aide. Now this the HM I'm about to get from this Professor Oak aide is not required to beat the game, but is very helpful, especially on your first time, because you'll have no idea what's going on. Because HM is going to give you HM05 Flash, which lights up dark caves. And, the next dungeon we're going to is called, I think it's called Dark Cave. And it's dark, you can't see anything. You can only see your character and that's it. So it's really helpful. And I don't think ducks can learn Flash. In fact, I don't think anything I remember nothing I knew could learn Flash, and I had to go out and catch something that I could not find. Like, it was hard as crap. But over here is also a Moonstone. I think there's another item a little more south. No, I guess not. But if you wanted to cut those trees, you can get back to Vermilion City if you wanted to. Where Pewter City's at, so if you want to go back, there you go. There's another way. So now we're going to go after the third gym, which is the Electric Gym. Now this gym can be easy depending on what Pokemon you bring. If you catch a Doug Trio, you won. You cannot lose the Doug Trio. It's crazy. Alright, so we have, so like I said, I'm battling every trainer in the Pokemon gyms, because we gotta have some trainer battles. I only had like just one, I don't know. Either way, but these are, they're not required, but if you don't fight them now, you'll never fight them again. Same thing with the trainers in the SSN. If I never mentioned it before, I'm sorry if I didn't. But if you talk to the captain and get HM01 and leave, you can never go back to the SSN. So be aware of that. So if you want to battle all the trainers and get all the items, don't talk to the captain just yet. You can battle your rival, but don't talk to the captain. Because as soon as you talk to him and you leave, that's it. And there's no healing on board the SSN. They didn't add that until Fire Red and Leaf Green. And Lizard, I guess I taught Lizard Dig for extra type coverage, like against rock types. For some reason, even though I have 2 Pokemon that are super strong against rock types. You know? I guess I don't have anything for electric types. And Lizard to be strong against him because he's bulky. Who do I have out in front then? King is good. Why didn't I give him Dig? He's literally part ground type. Why did I not do that? I am so stupid. Why would I do this? I don't know, but Horn Attack's pretty strong. There's 3 trainers in here. Like I said, they're all electric types. So as long as you bring a ground type, like the Diglett or Dugtrio, you won the gym. King grew to level 23. He's trying to learn Thrash. Ooh, Thrash is a good move. It has super high attack, I think 120 base power, and you use it 2 to 3 times each, 2 to 3 turns. So once you click it, you're not going to be using a different move that turn. So you'll use Thrash, he'll use his move, and next move, instead of picking your move, you'll just use Thrash again. So you'll have no choice but to keep using it. And I believe after the second, it's random, second or third time, your Pokemon will become confused. But see, look, I'm thrashing about, so I just did it again without even trying to attack. But it is a critical hit. I want to say Thrash was glitched. I know there's some glitched moves in this game, where if you use it, won't do the expected. Like, for example, if you use Focus Energy, it's supposed to raise your critical hit ratio, I think, by 4 times, right? But in this game, it's glitched, where it actually decreases your critical hit ratio by 4 times. So, don't ever use Focus Energy in Gen 1. If this is a critical hit, I want to say... No, it wasn't a critical hit. Okay, so that wasn't one of the glitches. We're going 24 already, so we only fought 2 Pokemon and you're gaining another level. Because they think these Pokemon are pretty high up there. No, they are not. But remember, King is ground type, so you don't have to worry about any electric moves hitting you. Because he just won't feel it. He'll be like, oh, fam, what was that? Little tickle. And now here's one of the other things, is the trash can puzzle. So there'll be an electric lock on one of the trash cans and another electric lock on the second one. I want to say in Gen 1, if you find one electric lock, no matter what, I think the second one will be on the top left. So I went back and healed, and I think I did a little bit of grinding. I'm gonna have Lizard out, or King, I guess. I totally knew that. Showing off was stats. His attack is pretty dang high, but still knows Thrash. I think Thrash is what I'm gonna be using. If I'm smart, I'd be using Thrash. Because it's part ground type, it ain't gonna take any damage. So this is Lieutenant Surge. In the anime, he was like 12 feet tall. It was ridiculous. And apparently he was in a war. I don't understand. So Lieutenant Surge is showing off that cake, though. Alright, so Lieutenant Surge, you got Voltorb, level 21 electric type, with the moves Tackle, Screech, and Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom will always do 20 damage no matter what. So even if you have a Pokemon with rock hard defense or anything like that, always do 20 damage. And then Screech lowers your defense by 2 stages. So if he gets a Screech off, I recommend switching out for the next Pokemon regardless, because it'll be weakened. And you got Pikachu level 18 with the moves Thunder Shock, Thunder Wave, Growl, and Quick Attack. Oh, that was freaking quick. I barely just read off the moves. Last Pokemon is Raichu, the evolved form Pikachu, electric type, level 24, the moves Thunderbolt, Shockwave, Thunder Shock, and Growl. Cannot hit a ground type at all. Yeah, that's amazing. Raichu is a sitting duck against any ground type. Because it can't hit anything. The only move it can do against ground type is Growl, and it's not even an attack. It's so scared, it's just growling at me. But I don't have a ground type, and I don't think I plan on using one in my game. Do I already have 5 Pokemon? Lizard, I don't care. Derp. Yeah, okay, my 6th Pokemon, I already know who it is then. So I got the Thunder badge, and I can use... Did it say I can use Fly outside of battle? Fly is... Well, I guess Fly is the next HM. But I got a TM for Thunderbolt, and I'm gonna be saving that, because my last Pokemon is gonna be Electric type, for some extra type coverage. So there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy Electric Gym. And now that we're do that, now that we beat the Electric Gym, the first, second, and third gym we can use Cut, Flash, and Fly outside of battle. But the only thing we need to worry about right now is Cut and Flash. And I believe we're going to go all the way back up to Cerulean and then head east. Because that's where you get to... Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Dark Tunnel. It's Rock Tunnel. That's what it's called, Rock Tunnel. And in case you didn't know, if you do have some extra time on your hands... when playing this game, you just like to, catch Pokemon, just hang around in the area, walk around a lot. There's the building we just passed right there on the left side, is the Pokemon Daycare. If you drop a Pokemon off there, any Pokemon, it'll gain 1 experience point per step that you take. So that's a good way to train up a really weak Pokemon just for the time being instead of having to level grind. Like if you just catch like a Meowth or something in the area, and then you're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to spend time to train this up. Here, take it to the daycare, and it'll train it up a bit for you. The thing is, though, if it learns any new moves and it has to replace one, it'll replace the first one in the slot. So you want to be careful of that. And right there, we just traded in the bike voucher for the bicycle with the fantastic bike theme, and now we're moving a lot faster, and it helps me out because I'm not able to fast forward any of this. Which is fine because it gives me that old school experience. And then, yeah, there's no select feature in this game, so you have to manually equip it each time. And with the HMs, you have to actually manually go into your inventory and cut down the stuff. So that wasn't too bad, though. And right now, I'm switching out Pokemon because, like I said, I'm showing off all the required battles and then going back and fighting the non-required ones. So, like, this one you have to fight this trainer to get to Rock Tunnel, so that's why I'm showing it off. But I believe this is the only trainer in the area that is required to fight. One I thought was towards the very end, but you can actually just walk right past her. So we got an Oddish versus my Don't Care. Which is decently close to evolving, actually. I didn't see the level, but let me see. If I look this up right, Spearow evolves. Did I stop it from evolving for a specific reason? I had to have, because... Yeah, he's level 21, he's evolved at level 20. Okay, I don't understand. I think I didn't evolve it, because I wanted to wait on a specific move. Because in Pokemon games, if you try to evolve Pokemon, it has a chance of not learning certain moves or taking longer to learn moves. I couldn't tell you. I want to say because it can learn the move Aerial Ace. And I don't think Fearow can learn Aerial Ace, the evolve form. Ooh, Mirror move. I delete Growl because I'm never going to use Growl, and I have a higher chance using Mirror move than Growl. So we got a poison status, so I'm going to take damage here and there. But I can tank it, and I'm a flying type, so I'm just going to keep using Peck because it's the only flying type move for a while. It's weak, but it did a lot of damage right there. It's still going to use Growth, it ain't going to damage me. Hopefully it'll let the poison sink in, but it ain't going to work out the way he thinks, or she thinks. And it's going to go down. So if you did Junior Trainer Female, they don't have names yet, I just don't realize. And I don't care is evolving, and I want to say that I stop it. I guess I don't. Alright, I don't care evolving to Fearow. His stats got a huge buff, and I'm very happy with the evolution. I guess I didn't save it? I don't know. But I'm going to throw an antidote on him. So yeah, at level 22, he's super strong now. He's a little more frail than Pidgeotto and Pidgeot, but his attack stat is much, much higher. At TM30, I don't know what that is off the top of my head. And I should be checking that soon, but I guess I'm not. And there's another trainer there I got to avoid. And there's nothing there, so it led me down a dark, dangerous path for nothing. So that was fun. Oh, okay, so this guy is also required. And I don't know why I swap certain Pokemon for certain others, but I'm gonna battle him. Oh, he's a bug trainer. I don't know why. I want to say it's because I did this in a test run just to see what Pokemon they had, so I have an easier time. But I couldn't say for sure. He's gonna summon out the Caterpie. We're gonna summon out my my big bird boy, and we're gonna peck it to death. We're gonna peck. That's all breakfast. Early bird gets the worm. Yeah, we got Weedle out. Same thing, early bird gets the worm, and it is really late for me. I am so tired. But I do not care because I'm having a good time doing this. And he's getting a good chunk of experience. Ooh, Venonat. That's a new one for us. I want to say it's bug poison. It is not very strong, but its evolved form can be useful. Disable. Oh no, mirror move. However will I survive? So if you disabled Peck, still wouldn't be in a bind because I got 5 of the Pokemon behind me. But you tried. I get it. Skip some more trainers. I know that way is back if you want to go back to heal. You can skip that guy. This is the lady I thought you had to fight, but no, you just go down that way and there you go. So that was easy. There's some Pokemon up there as well in that grass. You can find, I think, a Voltorb there if you want to get yourself a Voltorb. Who is one of the fastest, it's Volfarm, I'm sorry. It's one of the fastest Pokemon in the entire series. But it's not very strong, though. That's the only problem. So we got speed, and that's kind of about it. So, either way, we're coming up in the end here, so that's all for this episode, guys. Thank you all for watching. My name is Josh, and I will see you guys next time, tomorrow, for actually the next part of Pokemon Red. Now we got a Super Potion, but I have no room for it, so I'm going to clear out my bag, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.